Dome Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. To quote Eddie Murphy's father, it's beautiful. You know what it is? It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful, right? We had Jarrett Hurd, Julian J. Rock Williams, right? A good fight in the junior middleweight division. It's a good fight. And the underdog, slight underdog, Julius J. Rock Williams, pulled it out, right? Had your boy Jarrett Hurd down. Nice left hook. Hooks throughout the fight, matter of fact. Good fight. And I think the right man won the fight. Jarrett Hurd showed some heart. He was down. He was up against it, and body blows bothering him too, by the way. But he kept coming back. It was a big old dude for that weight, to be honest. But he was confident. Remember, he was saying before the fight that he should be in the pound-for-pound conversation. So this is a big win for Julian J. Rock. All right, no doubt about it, because he did it in the old boy's backyard. Okay, and that's the kind of thing that you want to see. The right man gets a nod for a change. Now, I've heard that some people are saying that the right man didn't get the nod. Absurd, right? I don't know what that would be. The right man got the nod here. I mean, it was like not a landslide. It wasn't a shutout, but it was I beat you, right? And enough to where the title should change hands, right? Now, when I'm talking about fights where the titles shouldn't change hands, was like, okay, for example, I had Daniel Jacobs beating Gennady Golovkin, but I'm okay with the titles not changing hands because he didn't beat Golovkin down, right? I don't think Canelo beat Gennady Golovkin in the second fight, right, for the titles to change hands, right? Not enough. I definitely don't think that Tyson Fury did enough, get knocked down twice and peppering from outside a little bit for the titles to change hands, right? I think Joseph Parker was in the fight with Anthony Joshua, but he didn't do enough for the titles to change hands. Neither did Hughie Fury when he fought Joseph Parker in a closer fight. But was he letting his hands go enough for the title to change hands? You got to beat the dude up. And that is what I think Jarrett Hurd did. Julian J. Rock Williams did to Joe Hurd. That's what I think he did. Hurd admitted it after the fight. You know when you lost. And it's okay, right? And that brings me to what I think is beautiful. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's when after the fight, he almost start crying with J. Rock in his interview after the fight. Man, he's obviously been through a lot, and says right now it's really good. That he was able to win the fight. Much respect to Jarrett Hurd and Jarrett Hurd's mother, who he felt like after losing his mother, it was a figure for him, a mother figure, and he gave props to Al Haymon for. When after he lost a fight, someone taking him under his wing out of a bad contract, right? Now he has $1 million worth of property and is doing well, even though he didn't win the belt, even though he didn't have a belt. And that's what Al Haymon does for his fighters. And Al Haymon's not in any of these fights trying to get praise and adulation. You know why? Because he knows better. You don't even need just continue to do what you do. They don't need to face the hate. They know what color you are from afar. That's enough to hate them. But if you notice, none of the boxers do. And this is the thing. He's educating the fighters, getting them out of bad contracts. And you can really tell that it means something to Julia J. Rock Williams. And that was really wonderful to see after that. And the respect from both fighters after that fight. J. Rock, this is possible they can do this again. I do think Jarrett Hurd probably has a problem making a weight. I'm not saying I know anything, but he's just so huge. But I will say this. If they do a rematch, like all rematches, you think, well, the guy is going to do better than he did the first time and beat him again. Maybe not in this fight. I think, sometimes undefeated fighters, certain things that they don't do well is not exposed enough in fights. And, they have to focus because now you have, this humble pie. There's something that happened constantly in a fight. right? Where it's like, well, I used to do this, that used to work, but bam, bam, somebody kept hitting me the whole time, or whatever it is, right? So those bad habits, now you would tend to work on those. And I think that Jarrett Hurd would do that. I think a rematch would be a great thing. They could move on to other things and come back, whatever, but maybe even an immediate rematch. I'm happy for Julian J. Rob Williams to have achieved what he set out to do, and it doesn't matter going forward. And the one thing that I agree with that I have been saying the whole time, and this is what Al Haymon is trying to do by putting boxing on free TV again. Because when you do that, it's not a death sentence to lose a fight. Do you understand? Like the UFC and all that stuff, I don't watch, right? Too much of it, at least. But you can lose a fight. You're fighting other formidable guys that are training, want to support their family. You can lose a fight, and it's not a death sentence. But all that pay-per-view, that's why the judges got to keep cheating, because the guy has to stay pay-per-view worthy and for people to pay to see him. But you can lose a fight, or lose two fights, and come back and do wonderful things. And fighters have done it, right? That's why when I talk about Deontay Wilder sometimes, it's like Thomas Hearns. Reminds me of Deontay Wilder. Long, rangy, and just power from, where's that coming? Because it can't be coming from what? Chicken legs. Or it can't be coming, where's it coming from? Yeah, well, it's coming. Thomas Hearns was the same way. Thomas Hearns got clipped several times. Didn't mean he didn't come back and re-clip people. Right? And Thomas Hearns is a legend. So it can happen. And this is what you have to get back to. This is what Al Haymon is doing, getting people name brand in households for free. And when a person lose, you probably want to help pick them up because you affiliate with them. You're connected with them. You want to help pick them up and see them do wonderful things in the rematches and coming back. But if you don't know that, all you want to, if you're paying, well, you better be 33-0 with 31 knockouts, right? That's why people start cheating for knockout ratios, taking people out of fights when the dude's up, ready to fight. Because the dude that was pay-per-view. Notice that. That's when they start cheating like that, because it has to have a certain type of thing. And Al Haymon's getting to something different. That's why the Errol Spence, Sean Porter, isn't that going to even be free TV? That's where it's at. Julian J. Rock and your boy Jarrett Hurd produced a good fight. Al Haymon was behind it, and he's doing wonderful work. And hats off to everyone involved for a quality, classy event. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.